Hi, my name is Davin Sundvik with The Catch Today, and we're going to be going over the types of deer hunting guns or big game hunting guns that you'll never regret buying. And we're going to be going over the military surplus rifles. Main reason is a lot of these go up in value because they are insanely popular collector items and you can hunt with them, which is super cool. We're going to be going over a variety of information to not only invest into these guns, what calibers are going to be really popular and probably pretty accessible, but also how to care for these guns and make sure that your investment stays valuable, because there are a lot of sporterized versions of these guns that have just frankly destroyed history and are, in my opinion, worthless as far as their historical value is concerned. So with that being said, let's jump right into the content. Now, if you haven't watched my first video, which is going to be about how to pick the right type of gun that could be relevant for you, you'll know that military surplus weapons hold a special place in my heart. I even have some military surplus camo that I'm wearing. All the patches have been removed. We're not trying to steal any valor here, but you used to be able to get military surplus guns for a very, very affordable price. However, the prices are just skyrocketing, and in my opinion, they will continue to skyrocket. So whether you buy now or you buy in a year, it's always going to seem expensive. And while prices do go down once in a while, they typically, on average, over long periods of time, will go up in value for a variety of different reasons. For example, this Mosin Nagant is going up in value very drastically because of our relationship with Russia. There are no new Mosin Nagants being shipped in from Russia to the United States, which means that there is no inventory to water down the supply of my particular Mosin Nagant. It just makes it that much more valuable and a little bit more special to me. So, understanding that the ammunition can also be a problem with investing in military surplus guns. Now, a lot of those problems can simply be resolved by either picking the right caliber that is going to be manufactured because of other reasons anyway. Sorry, excuse me. Or simply just by hand loading. And there's a variety of different funky calibers that these guns can be chambered in that I'm not going to be able to mention in this video, just for the sake of brevity. But I've just picked a few of the top ones that I particularly like and that I find very relevant for a variety of different reasons. And with that being said, we're going to get right into the video. So this is a 7.62 by 5.4R. This is a super common caliber. There's a variety of different countries that have made Mosin Nagants, from carbine versions that have a locking bayonet like this one to much longer ones that have fixed bayonets. And so whether you like a certain type of gun or not, there's probably a Mosin out there that kind of fits your needs and what you're into. I like bayonets, that's why I got a Mosin. Honestly, that's the only reason. And in my opinion, 30 caliber becomes one of the most versatile guns that you can get when it comes to military surplus, because of the reloading equipment is going to be just that much more plentiful to find on the open market. So just something to keep in consideration. Another group of guns I would really highly value is the SKS or AK-47 chambered in 7.62 by 39. Main reason is, obviously, these are Russian guns chambered in a Russian caliber, and 7.62 by 39 is a very relevant cartridge. It has about the same knockdown power as a 30-30, and we said in previous videos that you could use a 30-30 on elk, so why not a 7.62 by 39? Now, I will say that finding hunting ammo is going to be difficult in 7.62 by 39, but you can find ammo just about anywhere for plinking. So if that's what you want, is a good plinking gun and a gun that you can hand load some hunting rounds and go out into the field and not blow off your shoulder, then you're going to have a lovely time shooting 7.62 by 39. And like I said, they do manufacture the ammo right here in the US, so you can have access to plenty of plinking ammo as long as you want. Now we're going to get into 30-06. There's a variety of different guns that are chambered in 30-06, including the M1 Garand and the M3 Springfield. Now, Both of these guns are very expensive and they're going to fetch a pretty penny. However, I don't see the value of these guns dropping, so I do see it as a worthwhile investment. If you just have $1,500 lying around that could be working in the stock market, or or is just sitting in your savings losing money to inflation, you could capture some of that market growth just with the value of your gun. And if you for whatever reason don't like it, there's going to be a bunch of M1 Garand enthusiasts or M1903 Springfield enthusiasts who'd be happy to take your gun off of your hands for a pretty profit. Now, just make sure these guns aren't sporterized, because that can drastically devalue the gun. Sporterizing is when you take a gun and you reduce its historical value. So for example, like I put a scope on this Mosin Nagant. However, I used a very specific sight system that allowed me to not tarnish the natural gun's normal working ability. All I did was remove 2 pins from the rear sight, place those 2 pins back into the gun and screw them in place. And then now I have a mount that I can mount a scope on, and it's very stable. This is a sustainable way to customize and modernize your old guns to whatever you need. I need this gun to be able to shoot out to 200 yards. And for me, my eyes have a little bit of astigmatism, and so looking through that iron sight just isn't practical for me without having to do some more major adjustments that I just didn't want to do on this gun. So with that being said, just make sure if you're going to make any customizations or alterations that they are actually designed for that gun without ruining any of its historical relevance. This gun's also not super accurate, but I could take it to a gunsmith and have them accurize the gun. Unfortunately though, again, we would be doing so much damage to the gun and its original historical condition that it's just not worth it to me. I could just buy a new gun, right? I like these because of the investment that they bring into my life and into my gun portfolio. So, and they're just cool. Next caliber I want to mention is .308. Yes, .308 is a military cartridge, and so therefore there are a bunch of variety of military guns that are chambered in .308. Including the M1A1. Now, not in all states are you going to be allowed to hunt with a semi-automatic rifle, but in Nevada you can, and I believe the M1A1 only takes a 10-round magazine, so I think we're good in a lot of those 10-round magazine compliant states. So M1A1, totally fine, right? And even the M14, I believe, was chambered in .308. So plenty of different options available in .308 as a cartridge, just like 30-06. And .308, like I said, has a lot of relevance as far as a modern day hunting cartridge, just like the 30-06 does. So super cool. You're going to have ammo all the time, and you're not going to have to worry about reloading. Next I want to mention is the 30 caliber carbine. Chambered in the M1 carbine, as well as the .303 British, right? The 30 caliber carbine is going to be a little bit more popular to find because it was an American cartridge. The .303 British is going to be a little bit more difficult, but a little bit of hand loading, and you can have some very accurate rifles. I know people love their Enfields. Now, stepping away from the 30 caliber bandwagon, we're going to make some other mentions of guns that I've never personally shot, but I know people do highly value them. A lot of the guns that are chambered in 6.5 by 55 Swede. There's a lot of Swedish and Finnish guns that have chamberings in 6.5 by 55 that I know people love and enjoy, and that's a great market of guns. And I know that that ammo actually is manufactured and findable. So if you know a good gun store that sells used guns, they might have that ammo available too. 7x57 Mauser is another findable cartridge. It's getting harder to find the cartridge, but the guns are still plentiful. I know people love their Mauser Actions rifles, so yeah, definitely consider a 7x57 Mauser or an 8mm Mauser as well. Now, again, there's a variety of other calibers to choose from. I'm not going to go into all of them in this video, but these are just some of the most popular calibers that you can definitely find. Some of them are even off the shelf, like my 7.62x54R. My local gun store carries target ammo in the store. Now I have to, go procure my other hunting ammo on my own. but the target ammo is very easy to find. So shooting them is a joy. And I've actually killed more big game animals with this rifle sitting here in my hand than any other rifle that I've hunted with. So, and I've never really shot an animal beyond 120 yards with this gun either. So you can absolutely make these a very relevant hunting gun, even in the western big game states like Nevada. Do appreciate you for watching this video series. This was part 5. This is the end of picking the right rifle. We will definitely go into other weapon related categories along the way in the Hunting 101 video series, but we're going to save a lot of the more advanced topics for a completely new series that I want to leave all on its own. So again, I do appreciate you for being a supporter of this channel, and make sure you comment down below. Without your feedback, I don't know what kind of content you guys are going to enjoy next. Thank you. Have a great day.